Hi guys, thank you very much for coming back to my studio. In this video, I'd like to share with you a bit of the drawing process of my current project, which is the biophilia drawing series. And this is one of the drawings that I'm working on, and which I've uploaded it before in one of my previous videos. And the point of this video is to share with you the few things, the tools that I'm using, because in such a detailed drawing as this, using line drawings, I'm using these micro point pens, which is 0. If you look at it, 0.01 millimeter. So basically almost the size of a liter, or almost the size of the human hair, thick human hair, very small. And the second thing is this eraser. This is non-ordinary eraser. The common eraser we use is usually quite hard, but this could be moved. It's like playing with a dough. So the significance of this eraser, particular eraser, is used for artists working with charcoal pencil. So easy to erase it. It should give a bit of contrast. But in my drawings, I don't use charcoal. I'm using ink pen. However, when I start my drawing, I like to mock it up with pencil first, to mock it up, but not entirely, just a little bit of line with the pencil. Then of course, then I'm using my ink pen, micron, to draw over it to add more details. But there are some remaining pencils that I like to erase with this. And the good thing about this is when I erase those pencils, it absorbs the dirt instead of leaving the particle, as opposed to those ordinary eraser which leave the dirt on the surface of my drawing, and which I need to brush it away, to clear it away, and I eventually could create dirt on the surface of my drawing. So using this, I would recommend this eraser because it absorbs the dirt. So anyway, let's drawing. Right, something that I like to mention here. If you look at the drawing that I'm doing, the drawing on the leaf, on the plant, I am using the techniques of line drawings, but on top of that line drawing, I'm applying the geometry pattern. Because the drawing is, instead of using techniques to draw the trees and the plant, the vegetation, to be the exact identity, the specific plant. In this particular drawing, this is hypothetical plant. You can say abstract or illustrations, or whichever you like to see, but to me, I just draw what did it feel like inside of me. And instead of trying to use the identical plant that exists, I just draw them more kind of a illustration shape, or graphic, or abstract, if you like. So the reason why I'm using geometry is because the nature of plants, if you observe it, they're all made of geometry pattern. You can see flowers and so on. So I'm using that techniques simply using the understanding of geometry in the vegetation and plant and so on. I'm applying that line of geometry line. So yeah, I hope you watch this, and the result is completely different to the conventional plan, but I'm applying the rule of nature. So draw. So this is the result of the leaf, the plant, line drawing using applying geometry pattern on the plant, on this vegetation. So this is the effect of this geometry line here, there as well. So that now I'm working on the water surface. Give it more character in this drawing, and to fill the gap, I'm drawing the water surface. From what I observed in the water surface, I'm not sure if you've seen that before, and how nature works is to do with to form itself naturally, reaction, effect of force or movement in the air. So when I look at water, when there's water dripping or waterfall on the surface of the water, it creates these kind of forces, and the force then continues. If it continues water dripping from the waterfall, it creates this kind of force against the wall, the river bank, for example, and of course the river bank will, the water will bounce back. As it bounces back, they create this kind of continuation pattern, because the force from the waterfall create this continuation, affect the force of the current, and it bounce back continuously as well against the riverbank. So when you look at it, it creates this kind of pattern, geometry pattern from all angles. It's rather beautiful. And this particular drawing, instead of drawing the water as supposed to be, the way trying to be perfect or picturesque, instead I'm focusing on applying this geometry pattern on this from the water surface. Let's see the effect of this water and the geometry I am applying on this drawing. Let's see. this is the result of the effect of this geometry on the water, supposed to be water surface. And see as well. And, brilliant, isn't it? Thank you for watching. Right, so far I come to this an end now, and for this exercise, and I'm not going to finish it all together, and if you do want to see the completion of my works, do visit my Instagram, which I like to share the complete of my work, some detail, and but in this video I'd just like to share the drawing process. And do visit my Instagram if you wish, and the called DAA Jungle Walker on Instagram, you can see. And also you can purchase copy of my drawings, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. Thank you very much. So this is the result as a full picture.